Hey there, it's Reggie Rivers with the Virtual Gala team and want to share a powerful benefit of hosting your virtual gala on Facebook. So we did three virtual galas last week. Two of them were Zoom webinars on Zoom, and uh, people got a link. They logged into Zoom, they entered a password, and they joined our Zoom call as attendees in the webinar. The third one was on Facebook Live, so it was still a Zoom webinar, but instead of giving people a Zoom link, we just sent them a link to the charity's Facebook page and said, watch on that page. We're going to push our Zoom broadcast into Facebook and go live on Facebook. And so two things happened this week that really cemented the benefit of being on Facebook Live. Now, let me first of all say all three events went really well. All three events exceeded their fundraising goals. All three nonprofits were extremely happy with the outcome. But the one that was on Facebook Live was just dramatically different in one key way that I want to share with you. So this is the structure of a Zoom call that you set up the call, you send out a link to the attendees. They arrive at that link at the appointed time. They're challenged with a password. They enter that password, and then they enter into this protected zone where only the people who are invited can get into that zone, and you can now have your private event that is inside of Zoom. And this is very reminiscent of a traditional in-person gala when you rent out a ballroom and you invite people, and only the people you've invited and who have registered or who pay at the door, those are the only people who can come into your gala. And so we're replicating that environment in Zoom. In Facebook, something different is happening. When we broadcast from Zoom onto Facebook, well, we got people who joined our Facebook broadcast, and many of those were the same people who had registered through the mobile bidding platform. So we knew they were coming. They had registered and they arrived to watch this Facebook Live. And we did something that was completely unplanned. I wish we could say this was our strategy. It was an accident. 10 minutes before we went on the air, we decided to add a line to our introduction. Right after we said, hey, welcome everybody, the line that we added was, hey, you're watching us on Facebook. Why don't you click the share button and share this to your own pages so that you can let your family and friends know what you're doing tonight and invite them to join in as well. Well, unbeknownst to us at the time, 55 people who were watching clicked the share button and shared this to their pages. And all of a sudden, our audience grew dramatically. We ended up with 1,500 people who watched that broadcast on Facebook. When you look at the two events that we did on Zoom, one had around 200 people and one had around 300 people. The one that was on Facebook had 1,500 people. And if you think about that original person who shared, let's say that it's a mom named Emily who has two kids who go to the school. Well, as soon as Emily shares onto her page, it sends an alert to everyone who follows her that says, hey, Emily has just shared a live broadcast. You should check it out. And so who does Emily bring to the table? Well, she starts to bring in grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, family friends, coworkers, acquaintances, all people who probably would not have gotten an invitation to the charity's annual gala. But now because Emily is attending the charity's virtual gala, and then Emily decided to share it to her network, Emily has brought in hundreds more people, and some of those people might make a donation to the school. And so that was an accident, right? So Emily wasn't planning to be asked to share. In the spur of the moment, we asked her to share, she shared, there was a benefit. But now that we know that that's a thing, what if we made that part of an actual strategy? So you're a Metropolitan School District Foundation. You're going to do a virtual gala, and you hold that virtual gala on your Facebook page. You go live on your Facebook page. Well, as soon as you go live, everyone who has liked your page gets a notification that says, hey, School District Foundation is live right now with their virtual gala. Well, who else has a Facebook page that might be useful to share your post? maybe the district's main Facebook page, right? They might have many more users than you do. And so if you coordinate in advance with the district and say, listen, we're going live with our broadcast at 7 p.m. We'd like for you at 7:01 to go to our page, share that onto the main Facebook page of the district. Who else in your district has a Facebook page? Well, every school has a Facebook page. And what if at 7:01, every school or the administrator of every school's Facebook page is going to the foundation's page and sharing that onto their school Facebook page? Who else has a Facebook page? Every school has a PTO. And so maybe every PTO is now sharing this gala link, live gala link, onto their pages. Now, of course, you might not get full compliance with this. You're going to bump into just competing fundraising interests where the PTO at this school or this school says that, hey, we've got our own fundraiser next week. We don't want to have you poach all the donation dollars away from our families when we're about to do our own fundraiser. So that's a thing, and that's reality. But for the most part, you're going to get compliance with this. And just look at how broad the reach of this can be now. Most people in your district have no idea that you have an annual fundraiser for your foundation. Only a few hundred people attend, and thousands of people are unaware that it happens. All of a sudden now, through Facebook, you could have everyone in your district aware that this virtual gala is happening, and many, many more people tuning in, learning about what the foundation does, and maybe making a contribution. All right, so this is Zoom. This is the contained environment. Even in this contained environment, that same effect can happen. So the sharing was the first thing that made our eyes big. The second thing that made our eyes big is that in a Zoom event that we were doing, I sent an email to my family. So this was on Friday the 24th at 5:40 p.m. I sent an email to my family who live in Dayton, Ohio, Warner Robins, Georgia, Manassas, Virginia, and Chicago. That's where my siblings are. Said, hey family, just want to let you know we're doing another virtual gala tonight. This one's for St. Mary's Academy, a school here in Denver. No pressure to attend. I know mom and dad like to get the invitations, so I'm including everyone else as well. Program starts at 7:30. That's 9:30 on the East Coast, 8:30 in Chicago. Here's the link. Here's the password. Love, Reggie. So all I expected was my parents were going to tune in. Maybe one of my brothers or sisters would tune in if they were interested. I did not expect that my sister, Gwen, my younger sister, she sends me a message 3 minutes till 9 that same night, says, Reggie, this was awesome. You've made huge strides since that first virtual test. I was moved by the 2019 graduate, a young girl who spoke. I donated $500 just because of her. The engagement with you and the other speakers was great. Awesome job. Love, Gwen. And I'm thinking, my sister lives in Virginia. She doesn't know anybody at this school. She doesn't have any family members who attend this school. She had never heard of this school before tonight. She was only on this broadcast because I invited her. But because of the connection to me, she got inspired and she made a donation to a school that was a complete stranger to her. That was the second thing that happened that made me convinced that this social sharing is an important aspect of the virtual gala, that we don't want to just be trapped in the bubble that we created and only invite the people that we know are coming. We want to remove that bubble shield, and we want to have the Facebook effect that brings in hundreds or thousands of additional eyeballs to see and hear what it is we're talking about in this virtual gala. And so now we're saying, yeah, really, there's a lot of compelling reason to take your Zoom broadcast and broadcast it on Facebook Live. Now, I know that there's some concerns about, well, not all of our donors have Facebook accounts. That's a topic for a different blog post, and I will tackle that here in the next few days. But for now, Zoom to Facebook looks like a real winner. Thank you.